Hello and welcome to WNC Original Music, episode 90, the Perpendicular episode. So this is a very special episode this week. I'm going to have for you a lot of selections from the recent compilation album from WNC Musicians For Change. The album itself is called Until the Job Is Done, and it is to benefit Black Lives Matter. The album and all the tracks on it are free, but you can pay for it, and all the proceeds go to Black Lives Matter. And also there are links in each track and the whole album, so you can donate directly if you prefer. There are links in the show notes, and you're going to hear me talk about it a lot, but basically you can get there by going to wncoriginalmusic.bandcamp.com. We're going to have a few songs from the album on this week's episode, and then you can download the rest at the link I just mentioned. Also, I will be introducing each performer that has a song on the episode this week right before it plays. And first up, we have Catherine O'Shea, joined by Michael Martinez, aka Mad Mike Martinez. Catherine, you've probably heard on the podcast before. She had a whole couple of episodes and more to come, and Mike was on one of them, and so this is a song from one of those episodes. I want to mention that Mike has been very instrumental, very active in the Western North Carolina racial justice movement. He is doing some really, really important work, and he is really making a difference. Here is Catherine O'Shea and Mike Martinez.
2, 3, 4. Wide world to see, and you're never gonna drag me down. Oh, I know it, I know you meant so well, but we were keeping warm with the flames of hell, and sipping water for salvation from a wishing well was bound to make us drown. Oh, I guess that you could say I learned a thing or two. I learned a thing or two this time around. Oh, I guess that you could say I learned a thing or two. I learned a thing or two this time around. Prettiest version of the God's honest truth, just to try to stop my tears. But it didn't take too long to see that you were lying to you just like you lied to me. But honey, nothing worth having ever comes for free, so I waited to meet my fears. Oh, I guess that you could say I learned a thing or two. I learned a thing or two this time around. Oh, I guess that you could say I learned a thing or two. I learned a thing or two this time around. Oh, realized you were playing games I didn't want to play. So I ripped you out like a rotten tooth and told myself you wouldn't get another day of my youth. And then I ran in the direction of my unfiltered truth and made friends with a brand new day. Oh, I guess that you could say I learned a thing or two. this time around. Oh, I guess that you could say I learned a thing or two. I learned a thing or two this time around. Yeah. Yeah.
Next, we have a song from Spiro Nicolopoulos. He's appeared at Bonnaroo. He shared lineups with Phil Lesh and Friends, Bright Eyes, Buddy Guy, and many others. This song was written immediately following the George Floyd killing, and it is called George Floyd. Here is Spiro Nicolopoulos.
What they did to George Floyd after they cuffed him. They murdered the man just like it was nothing. With cameras recording and the public there pleading. He cried out to breathe, his nose was bleeding. Crashed into the street with a knee to his neck. The cop flashed a grin and never did check when he pled for his life but then slipped into silence. They returned his compliance with violence. With cameras rolling, the public there pleading. The cop knelt on his neck until he stopped breathing. And they say, go on home, there ain't nothing to see. There's nothing to hear, and no one left to believe. They're hiding in plain sight, in thoughts and prayers left unsaid. While we're hanging by a blue thread, everybody's still bleeding red. So much innocent blood has been shed. Don't they know that it's hard to resist when you're dead? George Floyd cried out in pain for his mother, in fear for his life to not be another African-American statistic killed in broad daylight. But let's be realistic, that total control must always be proven. Because to some cops you resist when you're moving, you resist when you're begging, you resist when you're breathing, you resist when you're bleeding or for any other reason. You resist when you're dying, you resist just by living. If those cops go to trial, they'll just soon be forgiven. And they'll say, go on home, there ain't nothing to see. There ain't nothing to hear, and no one left to believe. They hide in plain sight, in thoughts and prayers unsaid. While we're hanging by a blue thread, everybody's still bleeding red. So much innocent blood has been shed. Don't they know that it's hard to resist when you're dead? What's there to fear if nothing's concealed? Just ask Eric Garner, Philando Castile. Ask Michael Brown, ask Walter Scott. The court of public opinion comes after the shot, comes after the loss of a son and a brother, a father or a sister, a daughter, a mother, a shattered community, a broken nation. African Americans have been more than patient. With cameras rolling in the public, they're pleading. The cop knelt on his neck until he stopped breathing. And they'll say, go on home, there ain't nothing to see. There ain't nothing to hear, and no one left to believe. They're hiding in plain sight, in thoughts and prayers left unsaid. While we're hanging by blue thread, everybody's still bleeding red, and so much innocent blood has been shed. Don't they know that it's hard to resist when you're dead? What they did to George Floyd after they cuffed him, they murdered the man just like it was nothing.
Next, we have soul folk artist Bree Capone. Bree has played the Kennedy Center, the David Rubenstein Auditorium, and frequented legendary venues like the Hotel Cafe in Los Angeles, the Rockwood Music Hall, and the Bitter End in New York City. And most importantly, she has been on WNC Original Music. Here is Bree's song, Evolve.
Underneath it all, what do we stand for? So far away. Ready for a fall, what will we stand for? So far away. I can see the outline, hear the recent outcry, don't know what to say. Underneath it all, what makes us so afraid? Enlighten me, help me see what they see, guide me through the times as we evolve. Enlighten me, help me see what they see, guide me through the times as we evolve. Separate the walls, what did we build here? So far away. Line up all our faults, what did we learn here? So far away. I can see the outline, hear the reasons behind, still are we safe. Separate the walls, what makes us isolate? Enlighten me, help me see what they see, guide me through the times as we evolve. Enlighten me, help me see what they see, guide me through the times as we evolve. Guide me through the times as we evolve.
Sister Ivy is one of those musical acts that I don't really want to say too much about because I don't want to color your thoughts of what the music style might be. So I'm just going to let you hear it. But I do like this clip from their bio, a quizzical poet with a voice brimming with turbulent emotion and heartfelt presence. And I think that's really important with these times. I want to mention one more time, this episode is in support of the WNC Musicians For Change compilation album that supports Black Lives Matter. You can find that at www.wncoriginalmusic.bandcamp.com. Here is Sister Ivy.
So you should have died young. If you didn't want no age to mark you, said you make another world, make another world do it for you. An infinite third world, an army, invisible, divisible, infinite angel blood. Their palms are perfect, porcelain type of clean. Push me till I can't be sweet, and I will drip my bitter drops on your tongue, tasteless and true. See through all your veneers, alligator tears, mirage of love.
Lee Glass is a singer-songwriter based out of Asheville, North Carolina. She performs solo and with her full band, Devils in Dust, not to be confused with Devils and Dust, the Bruce Springsteen cover band. Here is Lee Glass.
You left your silver spoon out in the rain. watched you crash and burn and tear down the walls to make some room in a town this small. Everyone knows your secret name, natural born runaway. How far will you get on your own with no one to blame if it goes all wrong? Still you keep on walking like there's something to prove. You say they'll miss me when I'm gone, miss me when I'm gone, that you're a born runaway. That you're a born runaway. I often wonder who was at fault. Were you chasing a dream you never caught? Heaven still looks on you as a child, watching as you find a road to walk. How far will you get on your own with no one to blame when it goes all wrong? Still you keep on walking with your head held tall. You see they'll miss me when I'm gone, miss me when I'm gone.
Next, we have Josh Phillips. I want to remind you real quick that the address to download the compilation in support of Black Lives Matter is wncoriginalmusic.bandcamp.com. There will be links in the show notes and also a direct link to just donate to Black Lives Matter. You can download the songs for free, or you can pay for them, or you can download them for free and donate to Black Lives Matter. And also, we just want to offer that if anybody's been working towards this movement or racial justice in general, that consider this a reward and download the songs for free. Also want to mention how just happy and privileged I feel to be a part of this. All these musicians joined together very quickly to put this compilation together with some other people working behind the scenes, and want to let everybody know I really appreciate that. And here is one of those musicians now, Josh Phillips.
If you live that deep and you feel that deep, it'll be for you. And if you live that deep and you feel that deep, it'll be for you. I'm so high and I'm waiting on a vision gone away. I'm so high and I'm feeling strong, a feeling I long away. And if you live that deep and you feel that deep, it'll be for you. And if you feel that deep and you live that deep, it'll be for you. And if you feel that deep and you live that deep, it'll be for you. And if you live that deep and you feel that deep, it'll be for you.
whole entire world is in the same boat on the search for something right. And I know that everybody, this whole entire world is in the same boat on the search for something nice. But if you live your life and love it, you love your life and lead it, and take the time to give it, and know that you have got it, or you know that it will always be for you, for you. And if you live that deep and you feel that deep, it'll be for you. And if you feel that deep and you live that deep, it'll be for you. And if you feel that deep and you live that deep, it'll be for you. And if you live that deep and you feel that deep, it'll be for you.
Josh Blake has played with numerous projects, both on stage and in the studio. He is primarily a guitar player, but he uses whatever instrument is available. He's recorded and performed in a wide variety of bands: hip-hop, funk, reggae, bluegrass, acoustic, rock, whatever. With his song Turn It All Around, here is Josh Blake.
Turn it around. I got the world in my hands and I turn it around. So every girl, every man, yeah, let's turn it around. It's time to make a new plan, so let's turn it around. Come on. Yeah, we turn it around. Got the system by a hold and we taking it down. No faking it now. It's time to start making a sound. So come together now, my people, and turn it all around. Come on, yeah. It ain't hard to see the way we raping Mother Earth and we harvesting trees. It's like we got the cure, but we're part disease. Just like we go to war instead of bargain for peace. I don't get it. Maybe we too hard-headed. Shot fired, blood spilled, hard to forget it. So I dedicate this life to all those who died. This to my kids to make sure that they all survive. So come on now, it's time to tighten shit. Inviting those that's living on a righteous tip to download this information like a microchip and unload it to the nation like a rifle clip. Dispose of it to the whole public, the high class to the low budget, those in control to those who know nothing, so we can finally start breaking new ground. Come together now, my people, to turn it all around. Come on, yeah, I turn it around. I got the world in my hands and I turn it around. So every girl, every man, yeah, let's turn it around. It's time to make a new plan, so let's turn it around. And come on, yeah, we turn it around. Got the system by a hold and we taking it down. No faking it now. It's time to start making the sound. So come together now, my people, to turn it all around. Come on. You say you dying for change. Only thing that you've been dying for is diamond rings. The only thing that you've been focused on is finer things. You rhyme and sing only for the shine it brings. And time will tell. Watch how it makes you sick. Lose your grip on the top and you fall off quick. Yeah, the people wanting something, make a move with the hips. Without some substance, you would band your ships. Come on now, you know you better than that. Give your light to the world, watch the world react. See all them diamonds and pearls, they are caught in the trap. Matter of fact, all the crap can be gone in the cloud. See your chain so big that it chokes your voice. Put the pen to the paper, it's a moment of choice. And if you choose only money and fame, then go get it. But it ain't gonna run my game, I won't let it. Let's go. Yeah, I turn it around. I got the world in my hands and I turn it around. So every girl, every man, yeah, let's turn it around. It's time to make a new plan, so let's turn it around. Come on. Yeah, we turn it around. Got the system by a hold and we're taking it down. No faking it now. It's time to start making the sound. So come together now, my people, to turn it all around. Come on. It's it's a catastrophe. The way we bomb the population of the Japanese. Now we dying in Iraq for some gasoline. Turn on the news and all you see's another casualty. In the home of the brave, you ain't actually free, cause they putting you away if you have some weed. Now them little kids are slaving in them factories. All that food that we've been making so unnaturally. There has to be a way to reach a rhapsody, instead of sitting here creating more cacophony. So I'm serving up the funk like some pasta peas, so that maybe everyone can finally have some peace. So come on, make it work like a battery, before we have ourselves another global tragedy. See, most of the nation look at it with apathy. That's why it's time for rotation if you're asking me. So come on, yeah, we turn it around. Got the world in our hands and we turn it around. Now every girl, every man, yeah, let's turn it around. It's time to make a new plan, so let's turn it around. Come on, yeah, we turn it around. Got the system by a whole start, taking it down, we're faking it now. It's time to start making a sound, because we that crew that turn it all around. Come on now, we that crew that turn it all around. We that crew that turn it all around. Every girl, every man, yes, let's turn it around. It's time to make a new plan, so let's turn it around. Come on, we that crew that turn it all around. We that crew that turn it all around. Get the world in our hands, so let's turn it around. Every girl, every man, yes, let's turn it around. Come on, we that crew that turn it all around. We that crew that turn it all around. Every girl, every man, yeah, let's turn it around. It's time to make a new plan, so let's turn it around. Come on, we that crew that turn it all around. We that crew that turn it all around. Got the world in our hands, so let's turn it around. Every girl, every man, yeah, let's turn it around. Come on.
So remember, all these songs and more are available for free download, and we just ask for a donation at wncoriginalmusic.bandcamp.com. Evil Black is an alternative R&B musician from the Asheville area and a very prolific artist. He only releases music every couple of years. He doesn't do a lot of public performances, but he was nice enough to donate a song to this cause, and we really appreciate it. Here is Evil Black.
Reading between everyone, hurting my feelings for fun. I'm having nightmares, sleep with a gun, waiting for thieves when they see me sleeping and creeping and try to gut. They told him get in the bag and get out of it fast. This ain't a damn thing you love that was built to last. You got a dream in hand, but leave that in the past, cause what's real is what's only tangible. Lovers turn into candles. There's a man living under my stairs. All I see are his eyes. You're telling me he ain't here. Why do I see so clear? You're the monster, baby, at the foot of my bed. Feels like you've been there all along. I don't even know your name. Get you out of my
As I mentioned, all these songs and a whole lot more are at wncoriginalmusic.bandcamp.com. Really encourage you to go and download that. Every purchase goes towards Black Lives Matter, and there are links there to donate to Black Lives Matter directly. I do encourage you to go the donation route directly to Black Lives Matter. You can still download the songs, but that way more of your donation gets to the cause. And I will be honest, that's also easier for me because then I don't have to receive money and then transfer it and keep up with all that stuff. But mainly because more of your donation goes to Black Lives Matter. I want to thank all the musicians involved, just some really special people involved with this. And I also want to thank the people who put this all together. These are people who run the Western NC Original Music Facebook group, and they are TJ Burns. TJ really sort of had the beginning of the idea for this. Everyone else came together, but TJ kind of started this. Alex Deutsch, Kendra Penland, Stephen Evans, and Allison Berg. I really appreciate that, and they are just some great people to be doing this. One more time, that's wncoriginalmusic.bandcamp.com. We'll be back next week with regular episodes. I don't really have a super meaningful closing statement, except to say that you guys know what's going on in the world, and you know it doesn't have to be like this. And fortunately, I know it's not going to always be like this. Have a good week.